I'm incredibly grateful. Over this last week, I have just had this beautiful awakening, and it's been a really shitty 7 months in my business. And
oh yeah, we like that so much. Do you know how vortex building something like that is? It's hard for you to feel it because when it's happening, you're focused there. So you're not able to feel the benefit of the clarity of the focused desire and the cooperative components that gather and get things lined up for you. But when you have the awakening, you start to feel it.
What really matters to me, what really causes me joy, and the contrast that I've been feeling or experiencing versus realizing what really brings me joy.
Well, what brings you joy? In other words, getting what you want versus not getting what you want. But what do you mean by that? You know what Esther says from time to time? That sucked, but boy, I have clarity. Because clarity is non-diluted energy. Clarity is decisiveness. So when a shitty 7 months brings you to clarity, it was worth it every time. Way worth it. Way worth it. You see, way worth it. So then, like you've been hearing us as we've been climbing everyone's tree, as we're wanting to get them focused forward on what they want. So we had some really good demonstrations of that here today. So can you articulate what you believe to be in your vortex? In other words, you want to focus there, and you want to focus there with us. You want to focus there with us and with your inner being and with the cooperative components. You want to take this opportunity to focus on what you want, precisely what you want. What do you want? What have you decided? What have you determined? What is your decision?
That I'm committed to feeling amazing.
Committed to what?
Feeling amazing.
Yeah, committed to feel good. So in this, are you saying to us that the big takeaway for you so far is you got tired of being sick and tired. You got tired of not feeling good. And so the desire that is most obvious to you is to feel good?
Yeah, the massive the contrast between Simon thinking about how his life was falling apart and how he was absolutely to blame for that and how shitty he had made his life versus...
Here it is. This is what we're reaching for.
How beautiful life is.
Yeah. And how much there is and how fun it is to identify it and explore it and become it.
And what really matters.
And how the only blame that is being cast, Simon has been casting himself and source energy hasn't. And that's what the big tug of war controversy has been all about. So are you saying to us that it isn't about improving your business, it's about improving the way you feel?
1,000%.
Yeah, it is that. It is that for sure. But guess what? The business gets to be improved too.
As soon as the vibration changed, all of a sudden these people leave my life and these other people come into my life.
So connect those dots. This shift yields this. Me want do more of that. It feels good, doesn't it?
The focus, especially in this last week, which my wife has been very turned on by, has been...
There are lots of fringe benefits to alignment.
Is that I've woken up and said, how do I feel amazing? And when some repetitive thought that Simon's thought 1,000 times throughout his life comes in, I go,
it's okay. So give us one of those thoughts, those repetitive thoughts. That's what trending is. And do not ask yourself to give them up cold turkey. The law of attraction won't let you. So now your work is to be nice to yourself when you find yourself doing that thing you've been doing, even though you don't want to do it. So what you're going to do is just improve it a little when you have a chance. So a thought like what?
It's all my fault.
It's all my fault. Well, it is.
Right?
It is. It is all my fault because, so that's door number one. It's all my fault. But door number two, because I'm the one who attracts everything to me. Door number 3. I'm attracting it. No one else is asserting it. Next door, I'm attracting it, and now I'm understanding how it goes. Next door, the reason it felt so awful is because I was looking at myself in a way that my inner being isn't looking at me. My inner being knows that expansion comes from experience, so my inner being just really liked it when I crashed and burned, and was so happy when I got back up and got on the bicycle. My inner being knows that it's going to be all right. I just didn't know it, but now I do. I think that what I gave up was my habit of condemnation, and the reason that my condemnation felt so bad is because my inner being doesn't condemn me. Oh, my inner being doesn't condemn me, and my inner being really knows me. My inner being knew me before I got here. My inner being's known me every step of the way. My inner being knows what's in my vortex. Can this be real? Does that mean that my condemnation was just about me using that to separate myself from my inner being, but my inner being never used it to separate itself from me? It's all my fault. It's all my fault. It was my perspective that was keeping me apart, and now I understand that. Now I know what to do about that. That's clarity, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. There's
yes, it is.
An absolute moment of clarity in this. It's like, oh, this is what I needed to be on my knees so that I didn't have to carry this bullshit the rest of my life.
You know, what you're describing is what it feels like when you croak, except you don't say bullshit. When you croak, in one fell swoop, you leave behind all that self-condemnation, all that blame of others. And so that's what you had. You had that moment of releasing that. And don't be upset when it doesn't steadily last. It's mostly going to last, but that's the work. To have another moment like that, and another moment like that, and another moment like that, until pretty soon you'll just be arrogantly confident. And you'll blow past Esther at the airport. And she'll do her best to love you anyway. But it won't matter, because your inner being loves you, and you don't need to worry about what Esther's thinking, and you don't need to practice what any other human thinks. Not what your dad said, not what those around you said. In other words, they didn't know what they were doing. Good?
Good.
This is a really good time for a segment of